Okay, I got a ticket in Quebec for using this phone to take a picture while I was driving. Actually, it was a video. So I just called this toll-free number and they said they can't help me because it's not their ticket and that I should call this local number. So that's what I'm going to do now. I have Google Plus up. You can use Google Hangouts to call Canada or the United States for free from anywhere in the world.
Bonjour et bienvenue à l'hôtel de ville de la Pocatiere. Prenez note que les numéros de poste ont changé. Vous connaissez le numéro du poste de la personne.
The other thing is they don't mention anything about English on the first call until the very, very end.
Pour rejoindre les bureaux de l'hôtel de ville, faites le 1. Pour rejoindre la société d'assurance automobile SAAQ, faites le 2. Pour rejoindre la bibliothèque, faites le 3. Pour rejoindre les services récréatifs, culturels et communautaires au centre Bombardier, faites le 4. Pour rejoindre la caserne de pompiers, faites le 5. Pour rejoindre les bureaux de développement économique, DELP, faites le 6. Pour rejoindre le contrôleur des animaux, faites le 7. Pour connaître notre horaire, faites le 10. Pour une assistance immédiate, faites le 0.
Nothing in English. We'll try.
Bienvenue dans le répertoire. À l'aide de votre clavier téléphonique, veuillez composer les 3 premières lettres ou plus du prénom ou nom de famille de la personne que vous tentez de joindre. Utilisez la touche 1 pour la ponctuation et appuyez sur 0 pour quitter le répertoire et obtenir. Nous vous transférons en dehors du répertoire. Veuillez garder la ligne pour obtenir de l'aide.
Bonjour et bienvenue à l'hôtel de ville de la Pocatiere.
Hello.
Prenez note que les numéros de poste ont changé. Si vous connaissez le numéro du poste de la personne à joindre, composez-le maintenant. Pour accéder à notre répertoire téléphonique, faites le 9. Pour rejoindre les bureaux de l'hôtel de ville, faites le 1. Bonjour, c'est Nathalie. Comment puis-je vous aider?
Bonjour. Could I speak to somebody who speaks English, please?
Yeah, one moment, please.
Thank you.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Do you speak English?
Yeah, a little bit if you speak slowly.
Okay, excellent. I will speak slowly. Is this a good speed?
It's a good speed, a very good speed.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you. Merci. I was in Quebec a couple weeks ago, and I drove along Route 132, and I was taking a picture of the river with my phone, which I did not know was illegal, and a police officer gave me a ticket.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to appeal that ticket. I thought that the officer should have given me a warning because I told her that it is not illegal in my state. But she gave me a ticket anyways, and on the ticket it says pene minimale 80, and then plus phrase 27 plus contribution 20. What does that mean?
Okay. You want to know about the contribution?
Well, I don't understand the
or about everything. Maybe if you receive an English version of the fine, it will be help you.
Well, she gave me a French version, and she gave me a paper with the English on it.
Translation? Okay. She gave you the English version.
I'm sorry?
Okay. So she gave you the English version.
Well, I don't see an explanation for those charges on this piece of paper she gave me, or
Okay.
It doesn't explain what it means.
The contribution.
It says minimum sentence, costs, and contribution, but I don't know what that means.
Okay, the minimum sentence is the minimum of the sentence, okay? The cost is the cost of the cost for the it's a law, okay? It goes with the sentences, okay? If you have a sentences of $100, you have a cost for $49. If you have a cost of a fine with $300. You have a cost with $144. Okay, it goes with the amount of the sentences. The contribution. The contribution is another law in Quebec, okay, for every infraction of the Code de la Sécurité routière. You know, whatever you do, wherever you are in Quebec and on the road, and you made an offense of the Code de la Sécurité routière, you have a contribution to pay. It goes to we call it in French the BAVAC, okay? It's hard to translate in English. The BAVAC is from for the help of the victims of criminal act. It's the way that the government found to finance this organization, okay, the BAVAC, to help the victims of a criminal act. So all the infraction on the roads of Quebec. When you have an infraction, you have to pay cost. You have to pay contribution. It's $20 for an offense of under $100. It's $40 when you have an offense between $100 and $500.
Okay.
And it's 25% of the offense when you have an offense under $500. So the cost of your infraction was how much?
80.
80. So you will receive a contribution of $20 because it's under than $100.
Right. Well, in my opinion, the police officer should have given me a warning, because it's something that if I was a police officer, I would have said, "Sir, in this country, it's not allowed to take a picture." And that would have been the end of it. But instead, she chose to give me a ticket. Now, what I did was I immediately left Quebec. I left immediately. I stayed the night and I left. I said, I am not going to spend any more money in this jurisdiction if they're going to give me tickets like this. Because, in my opinion, she saw that I was from the United States, and she decided to give me a ticket because she thought I wouldn't fight it and it would be easy money for her department. And
maybe it's your right to say that. You have the right to say that. You have the right to think something else.
But if you want people from the United States to come to your territory and to spend money there, then I think that having a better attitude towards tourists would be beneficial for everybody involved, because it was not a dangerous situation that I was in. I had stopped to basically take a video of the river, and
were you stopped?
Well, not completely, but I was going very slow, and so
it's a difference between stop and very slow.
That's true. So I was going very slow and taking a photo, but I had the car under control the whole time, because the whole point of taking a video is you're not sitting there looking at what you're taking a video of. You're watching the road and you take a video and you hold the camera as it is. But she informed me after she pulled me over. Now, the thing is, see, I'm not a police officer in Canada, but I can tell you, if I was, I would weigh the pros and the cons before I did something like this. You know, when she was going the opposite direction of me, and when she saw me, I thought she was going to have a heart attack, because her mouth opened up and then she almost caused a traffic accident, turning around, trying to come after me. And so when I saw the lights come on and I saw cars almost go off the road, because that road is not a very big road. It's very narrow. There's no room. You know, that 132, it says it's a scenic byway. So when you say scenic byway, then that typically means someplace you take pictures. So there was no way for me to know. There's no signs posting it's illegal to take a photo while you're driving. So there was no way for me to know until she approached me and said, "Sir, it's illegal." And once she said it was illegal, I said, "Hey, I'm sorry. I didn't know it was illegal because it's not illegal where I'm from." And also on that road, the stretch I was in, there's no room there to pull over. None. And that's why the policewoman, she almost caused an accident, because she had to do a 3-point turn, turning around. But once I saw her turn around, I assumed she was coming for me based on her face, and I pulled over on the side of the road, but there was really no place to pull over, so we could have had an accident just sitting there. So I think that the amount of danger that she caused by stopping me was far greater than me taking a video with a camera. So
I understand very well what you explained to me, but this is we call a contestation. Okay, it's what you may say in front of the judge to explain that you won't be guilty for this infraction. Okay, I'm not the judge. And I'm not I have no power for all the officers, all the officer. I'm not the responsible of the officers. Okay, I'm the clerk of the court.
I understand.
I take the explanation of everybody, I explain them what they may do, what they have the right to do, okay? But I'm not a judge, not the responsible of the policer, okay? So you have the right. I know it's hard for you because you live in the United States, but you have the right to contest the infraction, but you'll have to be here, to come back here and explain what you explained to me in front of the judge.
That's extremely difficult.
Yeah, I know, I understand, but it's the only thing you may do. It's the only thing you can do.
If I ask for a court date, how long does it typically take to get a court date?
Maybe it's gone on October, I think, because if you contest the infraction now, your infraction will be heard in October. At the end of October, my court session is on the 23rd of October, the Tuesday 23rd of October. So maybe at that date you can I'll be able to put your case on that date.
And what if I want to contest it now and then say I have to get called away for business? What is my recourse at that point?
Okay, if you won't be able, if I understand very well what you say, if you won't be able to be here at 23rd of October, is
right.
What you want to know? Okay?
Correct.
You can ask to have another date, okay? But at that time it's gonna be on November or after December because we don't have a court date in December.
Okay. Okay, and it's also very cold up there in October.
No.
No?
No, it's not. No, it's not cold in October. It's coolest, but it's not cold. Okay.
Okay.
It began to be cold in November and December.
Okay.
But
all right.
Not in October.
Okay. Well, I'm going to fight this.
You know, it's beautiful in Quebec at the October because you have the maple leaves. Okay, the color of the maple leaves.
Right.
Yellow, red, and it's beautiful.
Now, if I come up and I go to court and the judge rules that I have to pay this ticket, do they add additional cost to the ticket?
Yes, yes. You're gonna have $95 for it's the cost for an audition in front of the judge. If you lose your case, you're gonna have to pay that cost too. But if you win, you won't have to pay anything.
Well, they don't mention that. They don't mention that in the ticket, so I'm glad I asked.
No, yeah, they don't mention that because they don't know. Okay, when they print the ticket, they print it for a long period of time. But this costs a change at the first month of each year. Okay, the law is changed at the first month of each year, so they won't be able to write it on the fine. Okay, but these information, you have these information. It's in French, but on the internet seat at the Ville de Pocatiere, the court municipal. But this information is right there.
Okay.
But
Well, in that case, I probably will just pay it because the bottom line is it was a violation of your law, and I don't know if a judge will have any sense of decency or not, because the only thing I want to relay to you, okay, before I go, because I don't want to waste your time, is that I really think that local police departments...
That it's not a way to say welcome to our visitors.
Well, I can tell you that I did not spend several $1,000s in your area because I got this ticket. I was originally supposed to stay up there for several weeks. And instead I got in my car and I left because I refused to be treated like this. And it's not that I don't respect the law, but if you go to the United States or you go to Mexico or you go to Italy and all of a sudden you are in a different place, it is very unrealistic to expect a foreigner to know all the local laws in a new country. And unless somebody is posing a serious danger to somebody's life, which I wasn't, then a little bit of flexibility would have been appreciated. I can tell you it would have gone a long way if this officer had said, "Sir, that's illegal in this country. You can't do that." And I would have said, "I won't do it again. I appreciate you letting me know." And it would have been a friendly interaction, and I would have continued to stay in that section of Quebec, and I would have stayed at hotels, I would have gone to restaurants, I would have spent money on activities. But because of that interaction, I said, fine. If Quebec, if this town of La Pocatiere, if they want $127 this bad, that's fine. Then I guess you will get your $127, but you will never see another dime from me. Nothing, ever. Never. Not in my lifetime.
I understand very well what you explained to me. I take a note of that. I will be able to talk to my my mayor here, but I'm going to inform him. Surely, I'm going to inform what you said to me.
Yeah, and I'm also going to write a letter to the address I have here is 412 9E Rue, Corps Municipal.
Yeah, you may write a letter with your payment.
Okay. Well, I can't. I'm going to have to pay with a credit card. I have to pay with a credit card because I don't have Canadian dollars.
No, I don't. It's another problem here. I don't have any infraction to have the possibility to take payment by credit card. We got just take payment by postal orders or check or something like that.
Well, if I send you a check in U.S. dollars, are you going to be able to cash that?
Yes, well, I'm going to transfer it, yeah.
Okay, well, what I'll do is I'll write this letter.
Yeah.
And
bring it and
your payment, and I'm gonna transfer this information to my superiors.
What is your name?
Louise?
Well, Louise, you are a pleasure to talk to.
It was a pleasure too.
And
Sorry that you have a bad time here.
yeah, I'd rather spend the $100. I'd rather spend the $100, you know, on you know, something more enjoyable.
Because it's a beautiful place. Okay? I'm sorry that you have this this problem here, but it's a beautiful place, and the river is
Well,
beautiful, beautiful.
yeah, and the police officer who pulled me over, she was probably the most beautiful policewoman I've ever seen. And so to see her be so mean, it was such a disappointment.
Okay, so it was a pleasure to talk to you, sir, and send your payment and with a letter, and I'm going to transfer this letter to the right person.
Okay, now when I send in the payment, how much in US dollars should I send?
Oh, you have to check it with your bank, I think so.
Okay.
To have the correspondence of the amount.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe I'll try to get some Canadian money and just mail up Canadian cash.
It's maybe easier for us too.
Okay. Thank you, Louise.
Okay. Bye-bye. Have a good day.
All right. Bonjour. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.